Well, here's the storage area, and it's pretty sad actually seeing Aunt Glady here all by her little self this whole time. And the woman said it rained a lot too while we were gone, so hopefully there aren't any problems there either. This is actually the first time we've put Aunt Glady in storage because, you know, we've lived in her this whole time, really. We went to visit my parents and Chris's parents last year in October, but for that time we didn't put her in storage. My parents had enough room in their driveway, so we just had her there, and you know, we were out back and forth between her, so it wasn't a big deal. But this is the first time we actually shut everything down and put her in storage, so we will see. Okay, we got her all hooked up and we're gonna take her over to the spot. Just wanted to show you, I was not kidding about the fire ants. Right there, right next to her. Yikes. Hey, it's time.
Moment of truth, people.
It's time.
Let's see what we got. Hopefully smell or odor does not overwhelm us.
Oh. Okay, as you can see, we threw our kayak in here so that the truck would be empty. Oh.
Probably gonna be a little
soapy. No smell. All is looking well. Just turn the air on. Ooh, it's hot. Okay.
Air's cranking. Time to cool this place down. So far, so good.
The other thing we need to do is refill our hot water heater because we had turned that off and emptied it before we left. So there, Chris just started the water. He turned it on all hot and let it run until the water started to come out here. So now he knows that the tank, the water heater itself, is full of water. So now he's going to turn the actual heater on, right?
Yeah, just turning the water. We hook the water up to the trailer, and just turning the cold water on itself will start running water through your pipes. But until you actually put a draw on the hot water side, it's not going to pull anything into the hot water heater, which then fills up. Once it gets to the right level, then you'll have hot water start coming out. So yeah, you always want to get the water heater filled up before you actually turn it on. Otherwise, you can really screw up the element. So now that we know that the water heater tank itself is actually filled up, now we can turn it on. I'm sure all RVs are different. Ours actually has like 3 different areas that you can turn it on. One is at the breaker panel, but when we left, I didn't shut the breaker off because I have this right here, this little wall-mounted deal. This is my water heater, so I just flip that. And then there's also, when I go around outside and open the access panel, there's a little on-off switch in there, and I'll flip that on as well. So we're plugged in. Okay, we had also
cleaned out and shut off our fridge and freezer, and we left those open, just cracked.
Yes.
So now we're back and we're going to turn them back on.
That's shut. We're plugged in to power, so when we hit the on button, it'll go to auto, which means it's running off of electric. I actually have the propane tanks off right now because I had shut those off before we left, so I'm going to go outside and I'll open up our propane tanks again, so that when we pack up and leave tomorrow and unplug, this thing will kick over to the propane like it's supposed to do, and it'll keep running. Alright, so now we are heading out to get the propane tanks opened up again. And we have a 2-stage regulator, so it actually works where you put both tanks to the open position. So I'm just going to be turning the knob there. There's our 2-stage regulator back there. You can see I've got that little knob which controls which of the tanks is your primary. Right now it's set to this one. I'm going to open this one real slowly. I've been told not to crank it open too fast. It'll just overload your pressure regulator. So I go real slow on that one. So that one is open. And then we'll go around to the driver's side and we'll do the same thing there. Open this one up. You can see the same setup here. There's our knob. Very slowly. Open that one. Alright, and then we'll go inside. I'll crank up one of the burners on the stove just to purge the lines and get the propane flowing, and we'll see that everything's working correctly. Alright, so now we're back inside. I'm going to fire up one of the burners here. There we go. It takes a little while for the propane to get through the whole system and get back here, and I'll let that burn for just a little bit. So you want to make sure that there's a good flow of propane going through the lines. Sometimes they'll start up and then they'll just grow weaker and they'll eventually burn themselves out. You want to make sure that you have consistent flow through the lines. So usually once that one's going, then I'll light up another one. You got multiple going at once, it just increases the draw on the propane, gives you an idea if it's really moving through the lines well, and this is looking good.
We got things pretty much ready inside and did some cleaning, cleaned all the surfaces again and all that stuff, and now it's just time to bring everything back in from the truck.
Back into Aunt Glady.
Which actually was a lot of stuff, because like remember, Chris had to take his computer so that he could work while we were gone. We ended up taking a lot of stuff with us. So here's the little campground, so you can see a very nice pond with a fountain in the middle. And I see kids fishing, so I guess you can fish here. Well, it's 3 o'clock and we have everything finally put away. And we're grateful to be back. We did a quick inspection just going around to make sure we didn't see anything that looked, you know, strange in here, and everything was great. So we are very relieved and grateful for the fact that we were able to put Aunt Glady in storage and make it out okay. So if you'd like more information on the process of putting your RV in storage, what you should do, some tips and tricks there, and then also getting it back out, I have done a post on our website with full information. So if you check the link, if you're on YouTube, check the link below and that'll take you to our website where you can read all about it there. Thanks for watching.
We're moving